Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Pokemon Heartgold and Soulsilver walkthrough. So, yeah, last time we defeated the gym leader Faulkner, and now we're ready to head down to Azelea Town, which is where we're going to fight our next gym. So, before Azelea Town, we've got to get through this route, so that's what we're going to be covering in this video. Now, in this route, you can capture some new Pokemon, as you'll see, and, yeah, without further ado, let's get going. So, of course, we run into one right away. Alright, okay, so, let's get going. And again, alright, fine. So, let's just see what's here. Rattata again, so, goddamn, these Rattatas, someone should seriously stop putting so many Rattatas in as well Pokemon. You know, you just send a message to them saying, like, you just stop putting Rattatas everywhere. But, I know they're not gonna do that. They have some obsession with putting Rattata in the wild. Anyways, this is Hoppip, which is a grass flying type Pokemon. If you guys want, you can add that to your team. It's it becomes fairly decent when it becomes a Jumpluff much later on. It's his last evolution, but you know, it's definitely an interesting Pokemon to use. So this is our first trainer battle in this route. So let's see what this youngster has on his team. He's got a Rattata, of course. So, yeah, we're just going to go for an Ember and get this Rattata out of the way. So, yeah, that went down really easily, so there's no problem with that. And next up is Zubat. So, yeah, Zubat is a poison flying type Pokemon. You can catch one of these fairly early on in the game in the Dark Cave on your way to Violet City. So if you guys wanted to use one in your team, it's very decent. It's a very fast Pokemon. Once it becomes a Crobat, it becomes one of the fastest Pokemon in the game. So it's definitely a really great Pokemon. Now there's an item there, but it's right in the middle of some grass, which inevitably will lead to wild Pokemon. So let's try our best to get there without any wild Pokemon. Okay, alright, we did it. So now, oh, a Repel. Now, this is what I'm talking about. Yeah. So we got a Repel, and there we go. Alright, okay, so now let's get back. And now that we got a Repel, we can actually make some progress. So here we got another trainer. And apparently she was on the phone, so yeah, we just interrupted her conversation to just say, like, you, get off the phone, let's have a Pokemon battle. So, you know, that's quite weird that you would stop a phone conversation and just some guy asks you, you know, let's have a Pokemon battle. But, you know, whatever floats her boat. Anyways, she has a Nidoran, which is a female variation of Nidoran. There's a male and female version, which evolve into two different Pokemon. They evolve eventually into Nidorino and Nidorina, and Nidoking and Nidoqueen. Yeah, I was getting confused there. Anyways, no, I don't want your phone number. You can just keep talking to your boyfriend on the phone. Yes, I don't want to be your friend. Anyways, without further ado, let's keep going. Now, here you've got two options. You can go along the seaside and fight some trainers there. They're all going to have water-type Pokemon. Or you can go in the grass and, you know, run into a whole crap load of wild Pokemon. So, I'm going to take the seaside route. And, of course, wild Pokemon. I'm kind of saving my Repel for a little bit later. So anyway, here we are. And here we got a lot of Fishermen, which will use Water-type Pokemon. So yeah, not very good matchup using a Fire-type against them. But I'm fairly confident that I'll win. So, yeah, these Pokemon are all pretty low level. They're around level 8 and 8 to 10. So these Pokemon shouldn't be too much trouble for you guys. So now it's using Water Sport, which is a move that decreases the power of Fire-type moves. So that's pretty clever to use against a Fighting type. But we're not using Fire-type moves against them. So yeah, this is Poliwag, by the way, and this is a basic Water-type Pokemon that you can find pretty much everywhere. And yeah, eventually it can evolve into two different Pokemon once it becomes a Poliwhirl. You can use a King's Rock on it and trade it, and it'll become a Politoed. Or you can use a Water Stone on it, and it'll become a Poliwrath, which then becomes a part Fighting type Pokemon. So yeah, it's a very decent Pokemon. I definitely recommend it as a Water type Pokemon to use on your team. And now we're fighting this Water type trainer, and this guy's got Magikarps on his team. So yeah, Magikarp is notorious for being the most pointless Pokemon ever, or more pointless, I would say weakest, yeah. It's known for being the weakest Pokemon in the whole franchise, because it can only learn the move Splash and maybe Tackle, and it's got mediocre stats, and it just does nothing. But the ironic thing about Magikarp is that once it evolves into Gyarados, which is possibly one of the strongest Water-type Pokemon in Pokemon. So yeah, it's a pretty funny fact about Magikarp. I always found that funny. So yeah, Gyarados is just a monster of a Pokemon. I mean, its physical attack is just insanely high, and it can learn stuff like Dragon Dance to help it sweep up your team. And Dragon Dance, in case you didn't know, is a move that raises attack and speed one stage each time it's used. So yeah, it's definitely good for a for a physical attacker. So yeah, as you can see, these Magikarps are going down one by one, and yeah, we're not finding any trouble with those at all, despite the type advantage they have. They can't even learn any Water type moves. Yeah, they're the only Water types that can't actually learn any Water type moves. So we got one more Fisher trainer to fight. I think it's one more. And I'm really good at fishing, but I'm much better at Pokemon. So let's see if this statement is true. So this guy's got one Pokemon on his team, and he uses a Goldeen. And a Goldeen is another Water type Pokemon that you can find fairly frequently. It's at level 10. And it's more of a physical attacker, and it becomes a Sea King eventually, which is a fairly decent Pokemon. I'm not going to lie, it's actually fairly good. A lot of people don't see it, but it's got very good physical attack. And yeah, no annoying moves like Supersonic, so be cautious of that. I'm just going to try and go for a quick attack. Hopefully I'll attack, but I don't, so yeah, now it goes for Water Sport, so it's going to lower my Fire types moves, but you know, I'm not using any Fire type moves, so whatever. So hopefully we can get an attack in. So there we go, we go use quick attack, and that should do it. So you get a pretty decent amount of experience for beating Goldeen. So yep, that does it with the Water type trainers. And no, you're not having my phone number. Actually, if you give this guy your phone number, he can give you some advice on how to catch a Quillfish, which is a water poison type. I think it's this guy. It's one of those guys, but yeah, one of them can help you find a Quillfish. So if you guys want a Quillfish, then you would want to add their number. Anyway, now I'm going to use my Repel because there are a few items in the grass that I want to get. So a normal Repel is good for 100 steps. You won't run into any Pokemon within 100 steps. Be warned though, when you use a Repel, make sure a strong Pokemon is first in your party, because otherwise wild Pokemon will still pop up if they're a higher level than your Pokemon in front. But since the E-Explosion is tougher than all the wild Pokemon here, it's no problem. Anyway, here you pick up TM09, which is Bullet Seed. And Bullet Seed is a grass type move that launches seeds at your opponent, and it can attack up to 5 times in one turn. So yeah, here we got a trainer, so let's just fight him. It's a fairly decent move for beginner trainers. It's not very good later on in the game, but for now it should be decent enough for a little while. Anyways, here we got a Nidoran, which is a male one. So this is the one that eventually will become Nidoking. And be warned, these Pokemon are poison types, so they can poison you if they use Poison Sting. They have an ability called Poison Point, which if you attack them physically, it has a chance of poisoning you. So I recommend you use special type attacks. so then you will avoid physically attacking them. Unless you've got loads of antidotes and stuff and you don't really mind healing poison after that, then by all means go ahead. Anyway, here you find a Great Ball, which is a step up from the normal Pokeball. You'll have better chances of catching wild Pokemon. So yeah, you'll find a lot of Pokeballs, different variations of Pokeballs that have different effects and stuff. So yeah, be one of those. Got something in my throat. Okay, sorry about that. Anyways, this guy's got a Wooper, and this is a pretty stupid looking Pokemon I always thought. It's just got this really creepy smile. But yeah, it evolves into a water ground type Quagsire, which means that it'll be impervious to electric attacks. So that's definitely good for a water type Pokemon, since water type Pokemons have a huge disadvantage against electric types. But bear in mind though, water Pokemon that are also ground types tend to have a double weakness to what do you call them, grass types. Anyway, my mother is calling me for unknown reasons. Hi Drake, how are you? I found a useful item when you were shopping, but I bought it with your money. Sorry. I asked the delivery man to give it to you at your nearest Pokemon or department store. Alright, so it looks like our mother bought us something with my own money. Ugh, I hate it when that happens. Anyways, yeah, your mother's going to be doing that. Sometimes your mother calls you, says she bought some items. Anyway, let's talk to this fat guy. How about you have this tasty, nutritious Slowpoke tail? For you, just $1 million. What the hell is this? No, I don't want a Slowpoke tail for $1 million. So scram, shoo. Anyways, here there's some girl hiding behind some trees. Oh, today's not Friday? I wish every day was Friday. So, yeah, if you talk to her on Friday, she'll give you an item. And as you can see, there's a Pokemon Center here. So, yeah, this is actually where we're going to end the episode. So, thanks for watching. Next time we are going to be heading into this cave right over here, which is the, I forget what that cave's called. Is that the Union Cave, I think? It's the Union Cave, is it? Yeah, Union Cave, yeah. Sorry about that, I forgot the name of it. So, yeah, the next episode we're going to be heading into the Union Cave, which will lead us straight to Azelea Town. So I'll see you guys next time.